All right, everybody. It's a broadcast of the Ebony Star Network. We are back. Welcome to Name the Black Knights. Uh, we got something to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about Passport Bros. Then we're going to get into this Deshaun Jackson, find out what happened to him. And there's no telling what else we'll do. All right. So without further ado, it's good to be back. Let's get the party rolling. All right, Dame. All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everybody? Man, it's good to be back. This is Dame and the Black Knight. I'm your host, the Black Knight himself. And Dame is here with me. He's still a little under the weather, but I think you're going to be okay tonight, right, Dan? You're going to be okay?
Yes. Yes, I will.
Okay. All right, we got a couple of things to talk about. Y'all know we was going to say something about this. We talked about this before it even happened. And these guys, they just don't listen. You see, the whole problem I got with this thing, Dame, is that they don't put their lives in danger.
Right?
Okay. First of all, you You put yourself on blast in front of the whole world. Now everybody knows who you are and they are aware of you. Then you made matters worse when you talked about money. Now you got a target on your back. You talked about $700. You talked about 100. You know how much? You know how far $700 will go in the Philippines? You can make somebody rich over there with $700.
True. You do pretty good even in DR.
And now you done made it hard for other passport bros and even Negroes because now they're gonna suspect when they see black men that he may be a passport bro, or they may check to see if he's a passport bro. And
Right.
here's the whole thing too, right? Dame, while I'm doing the opening, can you find a definition of man child for me, please?
All right.
So, so here's my okay. Obviously, you guys don't know how to travel. You done did everything wrong. You won't listen to the people who know what they're doing. We are ex-military. We have been around the world. Okay, I myself have lived in Asia for several years, both in Japan, the Philippines, and China. Well, three. I'm sorry. So you guys done did everything wrong. One, you don't never go anywhere without not being able to get back. That's just dumb. You may as well call yourself a kamikaze. You don't go anywhere and you have no way of getting back. You should have never been on alive asking for $100 to get back to anywhere. Again, you talked about money. Now you are a target. These countries that you're going to, that you think is some kind of sexual paradise, these are third world countries, right? Where the people are extremely poor. You're talking about people who are in a mindset of doing anything they want or doing anything there is to do to get money, including robbing you or killing you. And I'm gonna tell you something. The laws in these countries are very, very different. Okay, if you get killed over there, the justice system don't work the way it does over here. Okay, I don't know about and here's another thing too, right? I don't know if they have pro bono lawyers over there. I don't know if the prosecution will give you an attorney if you can't afford one. So you don't know if laws like this exist in other countries. Okay. Then on here you go again. You are in the bed with a prostitute and you're filming it. Where do you geniuses get this information from? Why are you filming yourself in another country in bed with a prostitute from that country? And you're bragging about it. You're trying to show passport bros this is where it's at. You know how dumb y'all are? Y'all gonna get yourselves killed. I think I heard one of them say, "You're going to Colombia next? Are you nuts? Colombia? Wow. I wouldn't even go there." I wouldn't go there when I was in the military. Guys going to Colombia. Are you crazy? Now, hell, you may as well go to Beirut. So the thing is, you have made, name mute up, please. You have made yourself a target. You've made people aware of these other countries that this is your agenda is to go to these countries and have sex with prostitutes. See, I'm okay with a lot of people are having a problem with you begging for $100 to get back. Yeah, okay, yeah. But I'm more concerned about something else. You have made yourself a target. So not just you have endangered the lives of the other passport bros because people are going to be looking for you now. Oh, listen, did I mention that these countries you're going to are third world countries? It's so poor in the Philippines. You know how poor it is in the Philippines, how poor those people are? I've been to the Philippines. You go into these third world countries where people are starving, and they would do anything for money, including kill you. This is where you're going. It ain't like you're going to some paradise. It ain't like you're going to Hawaii or some shit. And you're getting ready to do a luau. These countries that you're going to are problematic. And here's another thing that you scientists or rocket scientists don't understand. You need to find out what kind of diseases are over there. You're supposed to go to a doctor first and let the doctor know where you're going so he can give you a rundown on things that you need to stay away from before you catch this, and that. They can even give you shots that will protect you. Every country we went to, before we went there, we got shots. So you don't even know what diseases you may be picking up. You realize malaria is very strong in these third world countries, especially places like Africa and the Philippines. That's another thing you got a problem with. That's another thing I got a problem with. You don't know what germs are going on over there. You don't know what you can catch. And again, you are going to see prostitutes. You're not going over there to build anything or start businesses. Not doing that. When the foreign man comes to this country, he's not looking for prostitutes. He's coming over here to build so he can become self-efficient. Believe me, ask the Hindus. They just about own all of the motels in the country. And the Arabs are right behind them by owning mostly all of the gas stations. See, that's what foreign men come when that's what foreign men do when they come to this country. Now you a foreigner going to their country, and what are you going there for? You're going there to lay down with prostitutes. You have no self-esteem. You guys don't have any confidence in yourselves. You don't have any belief in yourself. You believe the only thing that you could do, or the only woman that you're good for is a prostitute. That's a self issue. You have a problem with yourself. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? Y'all have to grow up at some point because you're not a child anymore, even though you may act like one mentally. You're not a child anymore. You're an adult and you're subject to consequences, severe consequences. These countries are very, very dangerous that you're going to, especially Brazil. You know what a machete is? Damn, have you found that definition for me?
Yes, I have.
Give me the definition of man child.
An immature man.
Hmm.
Yep, that's it. The the only other definition is our is an old definition, a male child. But
Hmm.
since these are supposed to be grown men, they immature men.
Hmm. The black man today is a man child, an immature man. That's why you make stupid videos like pump and dump. That's why you dress like a kid. And that's why you made these groups because young kids, young boys, they make what is called boy clubs. Grown men don't do it. Well, maybe a motorcycle club, okay? But you make these little boy clubs, right? Where you got a clubhouse in the backyard next to the doghouse. So you're a man child. This is the reason why you don't build anything. See, the men that come over here who are foreign, these are grown ass men. They're about their money. They're here for purpose. They do what grown men do. You guys don't do anything that grown men do. You do what kids do. I was talking to Auntie, and I mean not Auntie, um, Remy, and I was telling her that one of the biggest problem with today's black man is that he's immature, right, Dan? He's immature.
Yes. Hmm.
Now some of y'all may wave that off, but don't wave that off. That's big. That's big. And today's black man doesn't dress. We talked about the sartorial expression and how important it is. Okay. I hate to agree with Kevin Samuels on anything, but he was right about image. Okay. He was right about image. Okay. I ain't agree with nothing else. But image is very, very important. You dress according to your mentality. If you are a mature person, it will show in your sartorial expression. If you are a kid, that will show too. And many of you dress like teenagers, even though you're in your 30s and 40s, dressing like teenagers, thinking you're going to be down forever. And can y'all please pull your pants up, man? I'm tired of seeing how stupid y'all look with your pants hanging down. Okay, you got this stupid walk that you think is so cool. Excuse me, you don't have any property. You don't have any money. You don't own anything. You don't even count in your own country. and you walking with your pants hanging down, trying to make some kind of statement. Um,
Yeah, more like I'm available to be some guy's boyfriend with them pants.
exactly. Right, damn, that did
Oh,
start
I
in
mean,
jail,
I'm,
didn't
I'm sorry, correction. I'm available. He's showing he's available to be some man's girlfriend, not boyfriend.
it? A very immature girlfriend too. You guys, man, I'm ex-military. A lot of ex-military tried to tell you guys what it's about over here in these countries. You won't listen. You won't be happy until one of y'all get killed. As a matter of fact, that already happened, right, Dame? One of the
Yes.
passport brothers got smoked
Yeah.
in the Philippines, right?
Yeah, but they're not certain what happened with him. They
Well, but he's dead though,
he's definitely dead.
man.
Yeah, and he was one of the quieter ones. He wasn't showing that he was going after women or anything. He was just retiring early. You know,
But
he
this is what I mean.
Mhm.
They have put a target on their backs.
Mhm.
You what's his name? Jay Rillo or Tipperillo, whatever that's supposed to be. Jay Rillo,
Jay
you
Wheeler.
effed up. Yeah, you effed up when you talked about money. Because now you told the world that you was doing a social experiment. Now I don't know what kind of social. Well, first of all, you didn't know what the hell a social experiment is. Okay, so let's just humor yourself. Let's just humor for 1 second, Dan. You're supposed to be doing a social experiment, right?
Right.
Why did you tell them that you was doing a social experiment with money? You don't do that in these third world countries. Now they're all going to be thinking when they run down on you, you're going to have money. And they're going to think you got a lot of money. You know how much $700 is to people in these countries? Are you nuts? Why did you talk about the money? Dane, why did they talk about the money? Why did he
Because
talk about the money?
they doing what they do in the United States. They flash their money, and that's getting them killed in the states. So you sure as no it's gonna get them killed over there.
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
Dude, Jay Rillo, Flipper Rillo, whatever your name is, you effed up, man. Immaturity, inexperience. You talked about the money. Now, again, when they catch one of y'all, run down on one of y'all, they are expecting you to have money and a lot of it.
Mhm. Yeah.
You said you were doing a social experiment to see if you can survive a week off of $700. Who the fuck does shit like that?
But actually, he told them $600 or $500.
Yeah, which is a freaking lie. Nobody does that. What kind of idiot jumps on a plane, goes to a third world country to see if you can live there for $600 or $700? Unless you planning on moving there. Now you was moving there to stay. Well, I can see you doing something like that. You checking it out to see what it costs to live. But that's not what you're doing though, right? Mr. J. Rillo, you're tricking off with prostitutes. You expect us to believe that the woman in your bed was the prostitute? Who was it? Your sister? Who was it? Your ex-girlfriend? Name he expect us to believe that the woman he taped in his bed wasn't a prostitute.
Wait a minute. How he expect us not to believe that? He actually said in other videos that they were going to get some prostitutes.
And here's the thing, though, right? Y'all think y'all hurting the black woman? The black woman is laughing at you. Matter of fact, you done triggered a lot of emotions with black women. Many
Yeah,
of them are laughing at you.
they
Some are,
feel sorry for you.
yeah, some of them are
Um,
concerned that you're gonna get yourself killed. Some think you stupid as hell.
yeah, some of them are amazed how
Um,
stupid you are.
Yeah, some of them are afraid for you.
Some of them are laughing their behind. They waiting for you to
Yeah,
get desperate enough to turn tricks. They were waiting for him to get desperate enough to turn tricks. They even was saying, "Hey, I'll send you cash out, but first you gotta do some tricks. You know the type of tricks we're talking about. Same type of tricks she was looking for, except uh, it'll be you on your knees."
I hope you catch this podcast and come by because I want to ask you a question directly, Mr. Flipperillo. Why did you talk about the money?
Because he's stupid.
You have no idea what danger you put yourself in. No idea. And you're going to get other people killed because they are expecting you now when you show up to have a lot of money on you. Okay? And for that kind of money, in the Philippines, they'll kill you, bro.
Oh yeah.
They'll cut your throat so fast, man, you'll be dead before you hit the ground.
You lucky they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot, for the amount of money you had on you, a Dominican can live for a whole year.
You're a fool, man, talking about the money. You were fine. Well, I wouldn't say fine, but you were better off before you talked about the money. You should have said, well, I was over here just checking things out. You know, really not my cup of tea. I'm going to get on out of here and go back home or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. What you don't say is, yeah, I'm doing it for a social experiment with $700. Even if they don't speak your language, they know what $700 sounds. I bet you they could say $700 in their language. I bet they understand you when you said $700.
Not to mention the idiot was flashing it on the live.
And okay, so Dame,
Mm-hmm.
find out what's the exchange rate in the Philippines,
Okay, the
and let's
exchange rate.
calculate how much $700 is.
Okay, okay, the cost in the Philippines for every dollar is 55 Dominican pesos. So seven hundred
Wait a minute,
dollars.
wait. Dominican peso. We're talking about the Philippines.
Philippines. Okay, I thought I thought it was doing J Rillo.
Okay,
Okay,
we can do the Dominican Republic too, but first let's do the Philippines.
okay, Philippines. Philippines. Oh, almost passed it up. Philippines pesos. $700.
No, first let's get the 1-to-1 ratio.
Okay, the 1-to-1 ratio. So
How much is one? How much $1 is worth in the Philippines?
55 at 55 dollars and 23 cents in Philippine pesos.
So that's 55 pesos.
Yeah, 55 pesos.
Multiply that by 700.
Okay. 700 is 38,663.10 Philippine pesos.
So $700 is almost worth 40,000 pesos.
Mm-hmm.
They will kill you for that kind of money. Do you understand, Mr. Flipperillo? They will kill you for that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's the same in the Dominican Republic there, right? Because the Dominican
Yeah.
Republic is
Yeah.
$55, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah, so you're talking 700 times, 55 times 700 gives you 38,000 pesos.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Dominican Republic, but that's rich in the Philippines.
All right.
You talked about the money. I feel bad for you guys because you're not going to listen to anyone. You're going to take your raggedy ass over there anyway because you are a deviant and you haven't grown up. You're a man child. And you're going to go over there and you're going to get spanked. Have you guys learned nothing about that young man in Greece? Have y'all learned nothing? That young man, that black man was in that bar with all of those white people. And he thought one of them was his friend. And he got murdered. Cold blood. And they killed him quickly, too.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying what was only 3,000 NT. No, we just did the exchange right here. You know, 38,000 pesos. They will kill you for that kind of money, man.
Yeah. They rob you one time. They don't have to work for a year.
Yeah,
They
a
said.
whole year. Yeah, you done made them rich.
Mm-hmm.
I figure $1,000 would be 55,000 pesos.
Well, more like 60. Let's
Or
see.
65, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 1,000. Yep, you was right. About 55, 20,
Mm-hmm.
2,300.
Mm-hmm.
55,000, 2,300.
So this number right there, you was carrying $38,000 on you in American money. I mean, you was carrying 700 in American money, but 38,000.
Mm-hmm. And then you let them see you get even more money. Um, so shooks, you lucky they didn't try to hold you hostage. You be doing a live. I need, I
Like
need
I
to
said,
go more. Oh, they gonna kill me.
Mr. Flipperillo, or Lipperillo, whatever your name is, you have made it hard for your passport bros.
Yeah.
You have put their lives in danger. You should have never talked about the money.
Should have never
You have
showed
no
them.
idea. You have no idea what these countries are like. You don't have any extensive time in these countries. You don't have any experience on how to move around in these countries. You don't have any allies. You're not protected by the United States military, nor are you protected by any corporate business. You're on your own out there. You have no experience on how to move in these countries. Okay? And you black. Something happened to you over there. Ain't nobody. What you think this government gonna do something? They ain't gonna do nothing. And they don't look at Brittany. Was it Brittany Griner or whatever? Uh, that was the influence of the LGBT community.
Yep.
Okay. Black Republican. What's up with your boys in them, man? What's up with your mans in them? Making themselves a target all around the world. A walking lick.
Yeah, but those are the ones that ain't stupid enough to show their money or admit that they passport.
Okay, stop it.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in the Philippines, right? Also I stayed in Thailand for about 6 months. Okay. I know what it's like out there. So you said they're happily married, right? How are they supporting themselves? Because there ain't no jobs for them over there. You can't get no job in the Philippines. You can't get no job in Thailand. And as far as I know is you can't buy property over there either. You may have to marry one of those women to but you can't buy any property, so all it is about you opening up businesses. Where at?
And then I bet you anything the property is in her name. So you act
Right, and you can't lie to me because
out.
You can't lie to me because I lived in these countries. I was there longer than all of you. What law changed? Hey, Dane, do me a favor. Type in, can a foreigner own property in the Philippines?
Mm.
All right, we're going to put that to the test right now, Black Republican. We're going to see if the law changed. You think they changed the law for the passport bros? Have you checked out the law system over there in these countries? Do you know any of the laws in this country?
Okay. Here's what it says. Foreigners are prohibited from owning land in the Philippines, but can legally own a residency. The Philippine Condominium Act allowed foreigners to own condo units as long as 60% of the building is owned by Filipinos. If you want to buy a house, consider a long-term lease agreement with Filipino landowner.
Okay, so there you go, Black Republican. What law changed? Just like I said, you can't own no damn property over there. Even if you did, it has to be owned 60% by the Philippines, and that can only be a resident. So you ain't starting up no businesses. Austin Holloman is Philippine. What the hell fuck does that mean?
Yeah, he's in the city. And
We
he said
just
nothing about buying.
we just read to you that you can't own any business. You can't start any businesses over there. And they said the only thing you're allowed to own is a resident, but that comes with a price. It has to be 60% owned, 60% owned by a Filipino. So there you go, caught in the lie, right, Dane?
Uh-huh. Probably told him about a passport, bro.
You guys are in trouble, man. You need to stop going to these countries, like you know what you're doing, because you don't know what you're doing. And the biggest part is you don't have any protection. That's the sad part. You don't have any protection. Damn, I'll be right back. Hold it down. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're going by what other passport bros are telling you and stuff like that. And Austin Holloman still hasn't said that he brought any property on any property. Probably at the most is in a condominium, but he probably leasing it because he planned to keep on traveling. He ain't saying he's staying there permanently. He still think he can go back to the Dominican. I mean, not the Dominican. He still think he can go back to Brazil after a few months and it died down, or at least a year. So that's where he wants to go. Right? You seen how his girlfriend is with him? I don't think he's exactly happy. And who said that's his girlfriend? Did he say it was his girlfriend? Are you saying that because he spent a lot of time with her? Yeah, I ain't seen nothing about them having a place together and her cooking and cleaning. I keep seeing them going out to eat, going to stores to shop. And her friend, I think, consider her bodyguard, uh, popping up every now and then. So, and besides, we don't know. You don't know if he's telling the truth or not. Yeah.
And then look up if you can own any businesses or property in Thailand. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, can aliens own private land in the Philippines? And in general, only Filipino citizens and corporations or partnership with at least 60% of the shares owned by Filipinos are entitled to own or acquire land in the Philippines. Foreigners or non-Filipino nationals may, however, purchase condominium buildings and enter into long-term land lease. Leasing is not buying. Can a foreign national acquire Philippine land? See, foreign national. In general, Philippine real estate law prohibits the foreign ownership of land. This prohibition on foreigners owning land in the Philippines is found in the Philippines Constitution. Form, Former Filipinos and corporations of Philippine national, nationality may own land, buildings, condominiums, and townhouses. So, if the land you supposedly bought is not owned by 60% of the Filipinos, you don't own no land. Can't buy no land. Yep. So that sounds like okay. So say somebody decide I'm gonna marry a Philippine citizen and buy some land. I bet you her family will own that land and you would be down as a lease or you'd be down as an owner as long as you're married to her. And you better get some act right or she'll kick your happy behind out. And you paid all that money for that land and it ain't going to belong to you. Can a U.S. citizen retire in the Philippines? You're free to apply for Philippines retirement visa through the SRRV program if you are at least 35 years old and make a deposit of at least $50,000, not 50,000 pesos, Philippine pesos, $50,000 in a bank in the Philippines. Are you at least 50 years old and have a pension? Let's see. Okay, that explains one of the passport bros. He's semi-retired. How long can you live in the Philippines? How long can you live in Philippines with a U.S. citizen. Oh, I guess, let me see. The maximum stay for a U.S. citizen without a permanent residency visa is for 3 years. However, U.S. citizens have visa options to stay in the Philippines permanently. Americans married to Filipinos can apply for a 13A, while U.S. citizens over 50 can apply for the SRRV retirement visa. Uh huh. Okay. Is 100% foreign ownership allowed in the Philippines? Oh, he said Thailand? Okay. No damn Thailand. Yeah. He's still okay. You want me to look up the Thailand? All right. All right. Let's see. Can you can okay, can US citizen own land in Thailand? I don't think so, but hey, let's check it out. Thailand. Can Americans buy property in Thailand? While U.S. citizens are prohibited from buying land in Thailand, they can either apply for a long-term land lease, emphasis on lease, of up to 30 years and build structures upon land. They can also buy condominiums from property developers. Oh my, a 30-year lease. That's not ownership. Okay, how can you buy land in Thailand from U.S. from while U.S. citizens are okay, learn to leases can buy. Okay, let me open this up all the way. Okay. Uh, 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 Thailand has all the mystique of paradise. Those okay. Let's get that. Okay, they can purchase. Let's see. Under Thailand law, foreigners cannot own land directly in their name. However, U.S. citizens can buy property in Thailand. They can purchase condominiums outright, freehold, or buy a landed property and lease the ground, usually for 30 years, with the option to extend. There are also options for using a Thai limited company and do speak to a lawyer before embarking on this investment. While U.S. citizens are let me see, I think I read that, are prohibited from buying land in Thailand, a U.S. person can, however, apply for long-term 30-year lease, emphasis on lease, and then have the option to buy real estate on the leased land. As a U.S. citizen, you can also buy condominiums for property developed. You can only buy a condo in a development that has less than 49% of them owned by foreigners. Yes, a U.S. citizen can buy a property in Thailand. Buy a property in Thailand can still be a tricky area, and we advise you to speak to a professional about your own situation. We hope the areas discussed in this article will help you in making an informed decision. Whenever you decide to buy property in Thailand, make sure to drop us a message. Okay, so you can do a long-term lease. You can buy a condominium that's developed with 49% foreigners, but you can't own the land. Let's see. Let's see. Let me go. Let me look some more. Let's see what else I got. Can you own land in Thailand as a foreigner? It's commonly unknown fact that although a foreigner cannot own land in Thailand, he can own the house or structure built thereon. One only has to apply for a construction permit to build the house in his own name. Interesting. Let's see. After a wonderful vacation from amazing, you are so elated by its astonishing beaches, beautiful people, and culinary delights that you decide to buy a piece of it. and call it your own, living in tropical paradise. You accidentally turn on your computer and key in buying land in Thailand and press enter. Thousands upon thousands of entries beckon you for that miraculous click. But before you get carried away, do you have sufficient information about property acquisition in Thailand? Are you well protected from the common property problem prevalent in this country? For the past 2 decades or so, Thailand has seen an influx of foreigners spending their hard earned money to acquire property in this land of beauty. Foreigners see many benefits to invest in real estate in Thailand. CC Property Outlook of the year. Unfortunately, those acting in ignorance, I repeat, those acting in ignorance of Thai law helplessly witness their money go down the drain of non recoup. Okay, let's see. So hey, it's an iffy. So you better do your research. You better talk to somebody that knows something. You can be scammed out of your money thinking you brought some land in Thailand and find out you didn't, or that land ain't been developed. Let me see. Generally, foreigners are not allowed to directly purchase land in Thailand. Simply put, Thai laws prohibit foreigners from owning land in their own name. Although theoretically there is an exception, but it's yet to be seen in practice. This notwithstanding, there are alternatives available to foreigners for successful land acquisition. The most common option is to set up your own Thai limited company to own land on your behalf. Sounds like set up a business. To own the land on your, another option is to enter into a long-term leasehold with the landowner. It's commonly unknown fact that although a foreigner cannot own land in Thailand, he can own the house or the structure built thereon. One only has to apply for a construction permit to build the house in his own name. Uh-huh. Let's see how that works out. The next step, see why everybody keeps going for the condominium. It's already built. You don't have to deal with no construction. All you gotta do is sell a long-term lease. A lot of people think leasing and renting means they own. Yeah, this is my apartment, but you're renting. This is my condo, but you're leasing. Mm-hmm. All right. The next step is to get well acquainted with the process of buying real estate in Thailand. It's also important to understand the different types of Thai title deeds in order to determine the extent of the owner's right over the land you are interested in. Also, it's advisable to know the cost of transfer and Thailand property taxes in advance. Use the property transfer calculator to determine the overall purchase cost. Most importantly, use the legal service of property acquisition, of registration, and reputation, reputable lawyer in Thailand to protect your interests. Ensure that your own tropical paradise will soon become a reality. You can check them here. So, in other words, you gotta have money. You gotta form relationships and network. Yeah. Rent. Yeah, you. In other words, temporary. So rent is $2,000 a year. That's nice. Well, of course. Let me see. With the dollar to peso ratio, let me see. $2,000 is the equivalent. Whoa, of a. That's a lot. Is it equivalent to 111,200 Dominican peso. Oh, I'm looking at Dominican. Hold on. Let me get back to wait. We're going to Taiwan. Let's see. Thailand. Thai. Okay, there it is. Okay. Oh shoot, I'm wrong. Okay, 2,000 United States dollars is 600 wait 697 wait 69,720 Thai back. I think that's how you pronounce that. Let me put it back on the screen so y'all can see for yourselves. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So, $2,000. You got passport bros trying to go on to places for 600, $700. You think they actually got $2,000 to rent a year? And what kind of place do you get for $2,000? Hmm. Yeah. 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 And they got to make their money. How they gonna make their money to retire? One guy, he's retired. He he's semi right. He and he was a writer and stuff like that. Another retirement, he got his pension, his retirement to use, and it showed that he can afford to stay in the Philippines. But that's those who just want to retire and have a higher quality of life and extend their retirement. Mm-hmm. Very luxurious with pools and gyms inbuilt. Mm-hmm. That's nice. Mm-hmm. But they can never own. It still requires you to network, get to know people, find people you trust that are that that are Thailanders or Taiwanese. I think that's how you pronounce it, Taiwanese. Let me see. Or should I say just Thai? That are Thai. Yeah, that are Thai. Gotta find Thai citizens that you trust, Thai lawyers, those that are very much aware. Otherwise, you would get used and you be scammed of your money if you're not careful. Yeah, they don't say that, but they do say you got to be careful. Of course, they ain't gonna say, "Oh, there's a possibility you get scammed." They're trying to get you to invest in there. And besides, if they get the chance to scam you, they're gonna scam you. Desperate times, desperate people. Yeah, just because it's a paradise, don't mean there ain't no snakes in paradise. Garden of Eden was always thought of as a paradise, but they had snakes. Okay, so all right, so let me get my. In case we do the video, I am going to um, do my copyright. Make sure our bases are covered. Mm-hmm. All right. This channel may contain content not authorized for use by its owner. However, according to Section 107 of the Copyright Act of the United States, the fair use, I repeat, the fair use of copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism. Yes, there's definitely criticism. There's a lot of criticism. There's criticism going all up and down YouTube. Yeah, as I said, the fair use of copyright work for purposes such as criticism, comments. Oh, people are commenting as well as criticizing. Oh, the comments, they're hilarious. And I repeat again, The section 107, the Copyright Act of the United States, the fair use of copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, comment, news report, no news and reporting needed, teaching. Yes, we can use this opportunity to teach you idiots what not to do. Scholarship or research is not an infringement of copyright. Okay, I ad-libbed on that. Let me do it one more time. I'm just going to do it straight. Fair use. This channel may contain content not authorized for use by its owner. However, according to Section 107 of the Copyright Act of the United States, the fair use of copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research is not an infringement of copyright. All right, we covered our bases. That's done. Yeah, yeah, because this guy was doing too much with too little, with no common sense whatsoever. One, you never flash money. Shoot, you don't even flash money around in the United States. I get nervous. I walked out of the store with my change in my hand. I was a nervous wreck. I was looking around everywhere until I got my car, locked myself in, and put my money away. I don't normally do that. I usually put my money away in the store. You don't flash money around. This was changed. This was like something like $15. But I was in a hurry and I didn't have time to unzip my wallet and shove it in there and zip it back. Anyway, so yeah, you don't even have the common sense to do stuff you would do at home. You do not flash money at home. But then these idiots, this is where I blame the rap and hip hop. All that flashing of money. In fact, quite a few rappers have been getting killed over the flashing of money and what I got, what I don't got. People robbing them. If it happens here in the United States, where it's not that desperate, what you gonna think it's gonna be like in a foreign country where it is that desperate? How do I know? Because y'all deliberately going there. Y'all constantly talking about it don't cost much the vacation there.
Okay, I'm back, y'all.
It's a long way. Oh, hello.
Sorry about that. They had a bathroom break.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh,
You know, other men watch how you treat your men. You see, let me tell you something. When I was growing up, okay, Black Republican or whatever, it was a practice, right, to show how well your woman is taken care of. Okay? We took pride in that. That's why back then you saw a lot of women with diamonds and gold and expensive gowns and stuff and dressed to kill, while a man looked ordinary. Okay? He'd just be wearing some slacks and a shirt, looking ordinary. Because he wanted his woman to shine. He wanted his woman to show. It was a thing of pride to show how well you took care of your woman. Okay? You guys don't have it anymore. Y'all don't have it anymore. All we see that what you guys do is how much you disrespect your woman, how much you don't care about your woman, how much you don't take care of her. Other men are watching this too. Men from all around the world are watching how you treat your woman. You see, what you guys don't understand, because many of you are man-childs, and you don't know what it's like to be a grown-up. Okay? Men don't respect men who mistreat their wives, mistreat their women. Okay? When I look at your woman, I'm supposed to see how much you love her. You understand? That's the cloth that I'm cut from. We took pride in taking care of our women. We took pride in loving our women. You understand? You guys don't do that. As a matter of fact, you guys are very, very close to being women yourselves. You guys are weak. You're cowardly. You talk too much. You're not deliberate. You don't know what you don't know the first thing to do about leadership. You're a bunch of cornballs. You don't know how to dress like a man. You don't know how to walk like a man. You don't pull your pants up like a man. You wear man bags and all of this female apparel. Taking after your man's Kevin Samuels, who was obviously gay. I mean, how stupid can you be? So when you guys go to these other countries and you put this on Front Street, right? How much you don't desire your women, how much you hate black women, right? The women in these countries don't like that. You see, women operate altogether different from men. What do you have to understand about women? Okay? All women are the same, but different. There is an endless, endless, and I mean endless well of differences between women. It goes on and on and on and on and never stops. You can meet 1,000 women and all 1,000 of them are not like the other. But they're all the same. They are women and they stick together. You go in front of other women talking about all these bad things about your woman or how you hate this woman. How do you think that's going to make them feel? They're looking at you like, was he going to be that way to me? The worst thing you can tell a woman is how you hate another woman. That's the worst thing you can talk to a woman about, especially a woman that you want to be interested in you. You should never tell women how much you hate other women. Okay? Stuff like that to get you back. Stuff like that to get you blackballed. You know why? Because hatred don't just stay with one person. You can translate that hatred to them. And they listen to you and how you hate the black woman, how you call the black woman all out her name, saying that you wish she'd die and, in a pool of her own blood, stuff like that. Women don't receive that the way men would receive it. I don't care if she's Chinese, Puerto Rican, I don't care what she is. She's a woman. Okay? And the more you talk bad about the black woman, the worse your reputation become amongst women around the world. Okay? You guys are dumb. You should be learning how to get along with your woman. You should be having intimate conversations with your woman. You should want to bring the family together, the black family together, because you can't have a black family without a woman. The mother's where it all starts from. So it's almost as if you don't want to see the black woman survive, but you want these other women to look at you as if you're some kind of, stellar man, which many of you are having a hard time reaching that level of manhood. You haven't matured yet. And bragging about telling these big, audacious lies. Audacious, look it up. I got that from Jason Black. Telling these audacious lies about you owning businesses in other countries. I heard them read off the law to you. You're not owning any businesses in that country. If you are, what kind of business? A 30-year lease ensures that that landowner makes money off of you for as long as you so-called own that property. You had one guy that came on, uh, was it Jason Black yesterday, or dang, was that Jason Black? The guy that was in Colombia?
Colombia.
Talking about the passport brothers aren't thinking.
No, I think he was on Taz's.
Yeah, talking about the passport brothers ain't checking for black men. Y'all stupid, man. And then you bragging about how much you rent a condo for. You fools. Who brags about paying rent? See how immature you guys are? Who the hell brags about paying rent? I pay $300 a month. Rent. You're not paying $300 on a mortgage to where you are owning something. So you're going to live in Colombia for the rest of your life, and you're going to rent for the rest of your life. You could have did that here.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe he's going to buy some property in his wife's name, since I think she's Colombian.
Yeah.
So you're still going to have some act right, because, hey, she's
well, you see, Black Republican saying something is very luxurious with pool and gyms. We have that here. And again, you guys are rent. Guys are paying rent.
Or lease. I don't know why they keep thinking lease is
so right. So at the end of the day, you're losing money every month. So I guess you want to be a permanent consumer, right? Always paying, never owning nothing. Always paying, nobody paying you. Well, that's what happens when you are in the pond with grown ass fish. You guys have put yourselves in position to be a permanent consumer.
You building up those people's economy.
It's like
one can't divorce you once it's paid off or after a certain point. Because,
well, you know what? It's just me out because only Negroes brag about how much rent they pay. Like that's supposed to be some status that you reached, and that is some kind of example for other black men to follow. Negro, I don't want to rent for the rest of my life. I don't rent now. You're not accomplishing anything if you are paying rent. Paying rent is not putting a roof over your woman's head. That is just a temporary shelter. You don't own and control who you paying rent to. You don't own anything there. And that person, right, has the overall say so on whether you live there or not. So for one, you can't put a roof over your woman's head, and two, right, you are you are subservient to another man. So you ain't even the man. And now this latest cowardly escapade, right? I'm sorry. This cowardly getaway. How do you expect men to respect you when you are running away from women? I'm supposed to be, yo, hey, what's up? I'm a passport bro. What's a passport bro? Oh, we run away from women. I'm gonna keep it moving. What the hell I look like respecting the man that's running away from women? You should be running to women, not running away from them. I've never seen that in my life, Dane. Men running away from women.
It's more like they running after. They can't get women in over here, so they run into another country that there are women in desperate situations. So, and then
Didn't
the
they?
cost
Didn't
of
they?
living is so bad, so they look like they kings.
They started some other dumb movement before, right? Men going their own way.
Suspens, yeah.
It's sissy bibs. You know what? Here's another thing wrong with you, today's black man. Why y'all want to be around each other so much? That's not normal. What do you want to be around other men for all day and night? Why are y'all sending each other topless fucking pictures and shit?
Yeah, why y'all trying to see how y'all work it in the bedroom?
You know, in the manosphere, they were sending each other topless pics. Yo, send me a pic with your shirt off, nigga.
Next thing you're gonna know, they're gonna be sending D pics to each other, saying, "See if you can top this."
You know, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna let it go. Mr. Tiparillo, you put your people in danger, and you yourself are in danger. You should have never talked about the money. You have made yourself and your fellow passport bros targets. You're a target. They're gonna be looking for you because they know you got money. You think they don't know what the exchange rate is over there? They know you got at least seven. They know that you keep at least $700 on you.
Hmm. And you free, and you quick to show it off.
Yeah.
Well, they gotta say you got money. Can you afford this? You pull it
And
out, they
then
knock
you
you over the head and run off with your money.
and then you reckless. You have any idea what a $14 day, hotel is? You don't get it, do you? You think you paying cheap this because of the hotel $14 a day? You think you getting better? No, man. Those kind of hotels, they're death traps. People get ripped off and get killed in them hotels. That's one of the reasons why those hotels over there are so cheap. A lot of death occurs in those hotels, and they got to do something to get to muster up business. You in a hotel, a $14 hotel, with a prostitute that you really don't know, that you just met. You don't know what she's capable of. I tell you, man, you really lucky to get out of the DR alive. If I was you, I wouldn't go back there.
And with all your body parts still attached.
Man, you lucky to get out of there alive. You have no idea. So, 1 second, Dave. I got to restart. I'm frozen.
Okay. Yeah. 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 So when the women were making those jokes about you having to trick yourself out, they weren't kidding. That could have actually happened to you. You better be lucky that the people you were trusting, that your boy that you had in the video, your man's in the Dominican Republic, if he didn't outright rob you already. Shoot, he also could have been lying about the amount of money you need to pay for stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you lucky they didn't kill you.
Okay, I'm back. What happened now?
Oh, I was saying they lucky they didn't kill you. You better be glad the man he was trusting, didn't come through for him. He could have been the one robbing.
Yeah, like I said, man, being on the being out there like that, telling people you got $700, you're doing some kind of social experiment, which is a lie. You're not doing a social experiment. That's a lie. That's not even how you conduct a social experiment. Apparently, you don't even know what that is. So, you guys are making a lot of mistakes, man.
Real social experiments, they have money in their budgets. And they plan for, things going wrong. You had no plan for things going wrong.
And you probably, I think this is his first time traveling, right?
No,
you got to be.
Supposedly it's a second or third.
Okay, you must be dumb and you don't go anywhere where you can't get back from. Okay? Especially a foreign country. Are you stupid?
You don't have no family, no friends, no network, no connection, nobody to back you up. Yeah, you better been crying, realize how all alone you were. You're lucky them guys were crazy enough or felt sorry for you enough to send you some money to get home. But then again, if they're crazy enough to give you money to go get a prostitute, or maybe she was being held hostage.
Well, I don't understand. Why didn't you go for prostitutes here?
Because you can't go with a prostitute. Well, maybe you can for $60. Can you get a prostitute here for $60?
Well, the prostitutes over there, depending on if they're picking them up in a bar.
From the looks of it, picking them up off the street.
Well, in the Philippines, they got something called a bar fine. Okay, if you like the girl, you pay her bar fine, and she can go. She can go with you. And you got to be careful with that too, because she don't have to go with you to have sex with you. Okay, paying her bar fine don't mean you get to have sex with her. So you got to watch out for the girls who are just scamming, who just want their bar fine paid so they can go home, have an easy night. What you gonna do? Force her? You don't want that smoke. Not no foreign company. I mean country. You don't want that smoke. The police over there are much different than the police over here. So I want to know how much he was paying for them prostitutes.
$60.
Yeah, because you had to give them some because they ain't gonna do nothing without no money.
Mm-hmm.
He paid $60.
Yeah. And at the time, I think he was down to 300.
Yeah, because he tricking off, right? So, all right, so he had to be doing something else.
Well, there's some suspect you get. Think of it like dice. Think of it as like $60 a throw. Somebody was speculating that it was so good to him first time he didn't last long, but his pride couldn't take that. He's like, oh no, let me do it again. I can do better than that. So here's another $60.
I mean, don't you guys understand that these are prostitutes?
Mm-hmm.
That they've had sex with many men. I mean, you cool with that? Don't you want a woman of your own? These women been with many men. These are prostitutes. And that's supposed to somehow put you in some status. This doesn't reflect on the black woman. This reflects poorly on you, man. You guys are fucking idiots. You spending $700-800 to go across the world to trick off with some prostitutes. Even around a circle of men, yeah, you would get clowned. If you was around real men, they would clown you.
That's what's happening now. He's getting clowned.
Yeah. If you was around real men, they'd clown you. Stupid. $700, and then on top of that, you put your life in danger. And you don't put the danger, and you don't put your lives of your fellow passport bros. Their lives are in danger too.
Shoot. Every black man that goes there, not every black man's a passport bro, but they're going to be assumed to be one because they see all black people as alike. So all black men are the same.
And I'm glad you guys are getting the exposure so people can see how stupid you guys are. Okay? I'm glad that y'all making headlines and being mentioned in places. But you got to understand what they're saying about you, though. It's not good. Yeah, you're getting the notoriety, but what's being said about you isn't good. But I'm glad other people get to see how stupid you guys are. You went to a foreign country as a social experiment.
That's a lie.
You ain't even qualified to do an experiment like that. For one, you got to chronicle everything you do day to day because it's a social experiment. So no matter how minute it is, you got to chronicle it. Okay.
What's the purpose of the experiment?
Right. Okay. I'm waking up. It's 8:00 in the morning. The hotel person knocked on the door and said checkout time is 12 noon. And then you write a note. Okay, so that seems to be right on par with most checkout times in the United States. 12 no. And you continue to document your day. Who you run into? What is their reaction of an American? Okay. What questions were asked? What answers were said?
Right.
What kind of seats were you sitting in? Were they hard wooden seats? Were there seats with cushions in them? Did they resemble American carpentry? How was the food? What did you eat? What did you eat in? What did you eat with?
What restaurant you went to?
Right, you got to chronicleize everything, no matter how minute it may be. And when you're done with your observations and findings, you bring them back and you discuss them, and then you see what you throw out and what you keep.
Well, what you learned?
Only thing you did was say some corny shit about black women, and then made a quick video of a woman in your bed, trying to show off to the other passport brothers, yo, I got a chick in my bed. The only people that would be fascinated by that and think you were cool were dweebs and bums, the lames. Ain't no real dude gonna give you respect over a prostitute.
Right.
You ain't getting that. Yeah. You may get respect from your fellow passport broker, all of y'all deviants, but you ain't gonna get no respect from the real G. A prostitute, my nigga. All these beautiful black women out here. Hell, right now it's a gold mine in Atlanta. Fuck going to the DR, go to Atlanta. There are so many single black women in Atlanta. It's crazy. With all them gay niggas out there, the women are falling. Go to Atlanta. Don't go to the DR. Don't go to Atlanta. The black women out there are single as hell. Ain't nothing but a bunch of gay niggas out there.
Yeah. You think you gotta watch out for to make sure your woman was born a woman. I mean a female.
There are black women out there just waiting for somebody to roll up on, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, but you need to learn how to talk to a woman. You can't talk to her like you was talking to the prostitutes.
Well, the problem with that is they're children. They're mentally juvenile, so they don't know how to talk to grown women. Okay, I don't expect that to change.
Yeah, he was stuttering a lot and backtracking a lot when he was talking to those women on the panel.
Go to Atlanta. You ain't got to get no trick. There's plenty of gorgeous black women out there who are single.
Shoot, she had a girlfriend at one point. So if she put up with you for a while, there'd be others.
She probably left. She found out that you was a dweeb. You left.
Or you was telling y'all private business to your boys.
Remember what I said? See, alpha male strategies, right, gives you bullshit advice. Okay? I'll give you the real shit. Never talk to a woman about how much you hate another woman. Don't do that.
What else? What else they can do or not do?
Grow up.
They think they're grown already.
Grow up. Stop being immature. If you don't know how to do that, come to my Gen coach. I'll teach you. But you guys got to grow up and become full-fledged adults, full-grown adults.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to care about adult things like jobs, home, family, children, medical resources, survival resources, finances. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Think about the things real grown people think about. Okay? When you sit at the table with grown men who are drinking beer, don't show up with a milkshake. Go grab you a can of beer and stand in there like you belong there. Okay? I think, okay, Dan.
Well, I think um I think they think life is all about getting as much sex as possible because they thinking with their private parts and it's making them careless. Um, they they're doing a lot of little boy stuff. Sure enough, I got money. Sure enough, I got a girl. Sure enough, I'm seeing prostitute. Um, I got a woman in the bed. She did this. She did that. All little boy stuff. It's time for them to cut that out. I mean, like they like what is he 30 something, 20 something?
Mhm. Yeah, you know what? You said something that was interesting.
Mhm.
You got a woman in the bed. How do you think that? Okay, you're doing this because you're on blast, and the video went viral, didn't they? On the World Star Hip Hop, didn't it
What?
go viral?
It
When
went
he
viral,
showed
but
the
not to World
woman.
Star Hip Hop. I don't think it went to World Star. This was all YouTube.
So you show a woman in your bed, right? How do you think that looks to other women? You see, another thing about you guys is you burn bridges because you guys don't have any understanding or maturity about women. You're also sexually immature. You lack self control, right? Self sexual control. I call it SSC. You lack SSC, self sexual control.
Mm. Oh yeah,
Eh? You
yeah.
don't
He
have
was
any
doing a lot.
SSC,
Mhm.
huh?
He was doing a lot of untrustworthy things. But first of all, besides showing them in the bed together, that means that you have no sense of privacy and keeping things to yourself.
Right, right. You see, I told y'all, women
Mhm.
think differently. You see that? You see how Dame phrased that, frame that? Women think differently than we do.
Yeah, your buddies don't have to know that we in bed, what we do in bed, how I am in bed, how you are in bed. That's none of their freaking
Hmm.
business. Second thing
And
is
why you? And hold on a second. And why y'all doing that anyway? What is that even supposed to mean? You in the bed with a prostitute, dude. What is that supposed to mean? God damn.
that he lost his virginity.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Look, he's acting
It ain't
like a
like you got
guy
some.
that lost
It
his
ain't like
virginity.
you. Now that was Rihanna in your bed. Oh man,
And you
you
still
had.
wouldn't say nothing. You say Brianna's my girl, but you wouldn't say y'all's in bed. It's just assume that if she's your girl, that you're in the bed. You don't have to tell it. You don't have to show pictures of y'all in the bed together. That's how you lose her.
Yeah, if y'all have Rihanna in the bed, yeah, it's something different, man. But you got a prostitute in there. You could at least went one grade up and got yourself a stripper.
Couldn't afford the stripper.
But he was in what? Uh, where was he?
Oh,
In the DR.
he was in the Dominican Republic, but he was in a place called Susa, SOSUA, something like that. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. SOSUA.
So you in the Dominican Republic? You gonna tell me you couldn't get a stripper?
Well, she ain't gonna leave the club, but she has protection.
If he pays a bar fine. I mean, you could at least went with a stripper, dog. Like,
but he can't show it on YouTube.
I just hope that you guys get some knowledge about you on how to really move in these countries because you don't know what you're doing. And I hope you turn it around before it's too late. Because right now, the road that you're heading down, it's going to lead to death. Because you don't know what you're doing. You can't keep your mouth shut. You're bragging to everybody and whoever about how much money you got. You're making videos, unauthorized videos of people laying in your bed. And you really don't know a thing about these countries. And you're in the bad area. Prostitution is in the bad areas. There's no prostitution in the good parts of the country. All of that stuff is concentrated in one area, and that area is bad. It ain't just prostitutes down there. There's murderers down there, robbers, thieves. They over there too. Okay? You find the prostitutes in the shit part of the town. Okay? That's where you find the prostitutes in the shit part of town. You're not going up to no place in that country where it's well to do. You see prostitutes. I feel sorry for you guys, man. You should come to my gym culture and really learn what it's supposed to be about being a man. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. I ain't gonna feed your head up with some bullshit like alpha male strategies. But he just as bad as y'all. He a dog too. All he want to do is hump. To him, that's all a woman is. Just humping. If she ain't letting them hump, you don't want her. Okay? So you're not getting no real advice from him either. As a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, his influence on you will make you worse. Okay, Dan, you want to say something else on this topic, and then we move on to the last one? Because I'm getting sleepy.
Okay, so not only thing I can say is use some common sense. Please use common sense. Yeah, and stop letting Your pride, ego leads you to destruction. That was ego showing off that money like that, flashing that money in front of your supposedly trusted guy, in front of these women. You carry a limited amount of money. You don't show all your money, and you try to get it transferred into that country's money. Because if a dollar is like $55 over there, you just to tip somebody $1, and you setting yourself up to be jump around. Because if you could give away $1 like that, how much else you got? Okay, all right, that's it for that.
Now, what's
Okay,
the other thing? This guy, Steven, what? The guy that's missing, like you said, what happened to him?
no, he's not missing. They don't know how he died. His name is Deshon Dixon.
Deshon Dixon. That's the passport bro
In the
that died,
Philippines.
was killed in the Philippines.
Well, they
Deshon
don't know he
Dixon.
been killed. That's the thing. They don't know how he died.
Well,
Did he get
didn't he
assaulted?
have
Mhm.
didn't he have a cut on the nape of his neck?
Yeah, he at the back of his neck. They suspected that he fell and got himself killed. But they don't say how did he fall. Did it look like he tripped on something? Was there something he tripped on? Did he fall backwards? Did somebody push him? What? And then he was in there for months. Yeah, because this happened around October. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. And so far, this and another passport bro, this guy Deshon, he retired early, and he wanted to extend his money, and he live his dream, which is to be a writer. He's a writer. That's another way he was, making money. Okay, so we got this passport brother that shows some concerns about this. I think he's yeah. Uh, um, Here he is. That's not the guy that passed away. That's the guy that's showing some concern about the situation. His name is he's Sunshine Shoulder. Sunshine Shoulder, and he brought this to light because nobody knew that he passed except for him, and he saw it in the local newspaper, but they didn't give any more details. So here we go. This is about Deshon Dixon.
Shoulders, I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by again today. A passport bro was found dead in the Philippines. What happened to Deshon Dixon? I ran up on this story. I was doing some research for another video that I was going to do, and I'll just put this at the end of this particular announcement. And it kind of shocked me. It went past me. I didn't read about it, but in the Sun Star, October 19th, 2022, it says a foreign national was found dead in his rented room in Cebu City. The master sergeant in charge identified the victim as Deshon Dixon. And I want to stop right here and send our condolences out to his family. We don't want to scare anybody. We don't want to put anybody into a panic. We just want to know what happened to him. I think it's only right that we pursue this case because of those of us living over here, those of us who have plans to move over here. The sergeant said that they didn't even know they were dealing with a foreigner until they arrived on the scene. And then they saw that it was a foreign national. He said that Mr. Dixon had a cut on the nape of his neck, which is the back of your neck, around where your hair starts. And this is where it kind of gets strange to me, because he says this he must have fallen, and this must have caused his death. There's nothing definitive. The landlord said that the last time they saw him was Saturday, October 15th. He was waiting on food delivery. October 17th, which was that Monday, the housekeeper, she called him a houseboy, smelled a foul odor coming from the area, but ignored it. October the 19th, which would have been that Wednesday, the stench got so bad that she called the police, and that's where they found Mr. Dixon. He was an aspiring writer. I'm sure a son, brother, uncle. What little research I could find on him, he was starting on a series of books called Superheroes Academy. He was from Chicago, Illinois. I looked at his Facebook page. But then this story goes into a black hole. I can't find anything else about it. So if there's anybody out there who knows more about this case, please just let us know. We're not trying to meddle. We're not trying to open up a can of worms. But for those of us living here and having plans of moving here, I think it's important that we get some kind of closure, that we know what definitively happened to him. Was he murdered, or was it an accident? His name was Deshon Dixon. He was from Chicago, Illinois. He was a writer. He had a Twitter account, Instagram account, Facebook, and even had a couple of videos on YouTube. So please, if anybody has any information, put it in the comments. Send me a private email at calroach1@gmail.com. Let's get to the bottom of this, guys. It's very, very important. Okay. This ties into the video I was going to do, because
Okay, so as you can see, they don't know how he died. That is scary, especially since these places, there are people are desperate enough. People are desperate enough to rob. He was expecting a delivery. Did his delivery person try to rob him? You know, the cut on his nape of his neck. Probably they didn't do no autopsy, so we don't know if that actually killed him. Was he poisoned? Because that's a way that it could have been done, and maybe he was standing up when the poison hit him, and he fell out. We don't know. Was it an accident? And if so, why it took him, his body starting to smell before anybody checked on him?
They don't know how he died, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But he has that cut on the back of the neck, on the nape of the neck.
Right.
That is consistent with probably falling on something, but if he fell on something, it will still be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like remember this group called Brownstone?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, one of the singers, right? She died with a freak accident.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think she fell off a ladder or fell backwards or something, and it was a piece of glass, or I can't remember what it was, but something, and it stabbed her in the neck. And she bled to death because she couldn't move. She bled to death. But when they got there, they saw what she fell on was still there.
Mm-hmm.
So if he fell on something, it will still be there.
Mm-hmm.
Unless someone wanted him to fall, then remove the evidence. Because that cut on the back of the neck is very suspicious.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That does mean that well, I don't know if it means something or if somebody is deliberately trying to throw off the police by instead of slitting the throat, cutting the back of the neck and let them bleed out that way, but then there'll be blood on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
What was going on when they got there? He was just laying on the floor?
Mm. That's the thing. If nobody is saying, or nobody's asking the right question. Was he just laying on the floor? Was he laying in a pool of blood? What?
That's a real weird one right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so,
Because if he fell on something, if nobody moved what he fell on, it would still be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, no. I was thinking about poison until the cut on the back of the neck came up.
Yeah. But it could still be poison. He could have just been standing up when it happened, when it hit him, and he fell back. Or was there evidence that he was sitting in a chair and he fell back from a chair? Was he pushed? Did it look like he was pushed? And I would be like, he was expecting a delivery. The landlord said he was expecting a delivery. A delivery from where? I would go find out if the delivery person from that company delivered to that address. Was there any
What if
evidence of the delivery? Mm-hmm.
the delivery man saw Jay Rillo's video and thought that he had $700 on him?
No, this was
Thought that he
already.
was a passport bro.
No, it couldn't be Jay Rillo because this happened in October.
What kind of name is Jay Rillo?
Huh?
Jay Rillo.
Jay Rillo is not dead.
I know that. I didn't say he was dead.
Okay.
I said, what kind of name is Jay Rillo?
Well, J is the initial for, I'm assuming, his first name, and Rillo is his, I'm assuming, his last name.
May as well be named Aki Buki. I mean, I get it then.
Okay, so yeah. What did it look like he had? If it was groceries, did it look like he had groceries in his refrigerator going bad? But you see, that's the problem with going to a foreign country. They're not going to investigate like they would.
Let's do the video again and we'll break it down, okay?
Okay, all right.
Let's do the video again.
Okay.
Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by again today.
Change screen.
A passport bro was found dead in the Philippines. What happened to Deshon Dixon?
Dang.
I read up on this story. I was doing some research for another video that I was going to do, and I'll just put this at the end of this particular.
He said the dude was a passport bro. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
And how did he know he was dead?
He's going to mention that.
Okay, go ahead.
Announcement. And it kind of shocked me. It had went past me. I didn't read about it, but in the Sun Star, October 19th, 2022, it says a foreign national was found dead in his rented room in Cebu City. The master sergeant in charge identified the victim as Deshon Dixon. And I want to stop right here and send our condolences out to his family.
Stop.
We don't want to scare any
This is the reality of what I'm talking about. You can get killed in these countries, and it won't be nothing nobody can do because you have no protection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And you don't know the laws of these countries. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have to pay money to get his body flown back to the U.S. too. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Anybody, we don't want to put anybody into a panic. We just want to know what happened to him. I think it's only right that we pursue this case because of those of us living over here, those of us who have plans to move over here.
Stop.
The sergeant said that they.
How the hell do you live in the Philippines, bro? That's one of the worst countries you can live in. Don't you guys understand that the women over there are traditional and extremely needy? You guys ain't built like that. Y'all can't take care of no woman.
Well,
What are you gonna do? Marry one of the prostitutes? Yeah, go ahead.
well, it seems this passport bro was not going there for the women. He just want to retire there. All his pictures don't show him with women. I ain't saying he ain't been with any, but if he is, he's keeping quiet about it. He's there
Look, man,
to retire. They're over there.
if all your pictures got dudes in them, I'm questioning you.
No, they don't have dudes. They're just pictures of him.
No,
Food.
no. Maybe one picture with your unit or your closest amigos, maybe one or two pictures, that's cool. But if you keep rolling pictures up with you with some dudes in them, one after another, I'm gonna start questioning something about you.
Yeah.
First, I'm gonna ask you where the women at. See what your reaction gonna be. Go ahead.
Yeah. From what I've seen, it's kind of like pictures of his moving out there. He's been out there since the quarantine or before the quarantine, because his mask and he's talking about quarantine over there and stuff like that.
Okay, play it.
Didn't even know they were dealing with a foreigner until they arrived on the scene. And then they saw that it was a foreign national. He said that Mr. Dixon had a cut on the nape of his neck, which is the back of your neck, around where your
hairline is.
hair starts. And this is where it kind of gets strange to me because he says this he must have fallen. And this must have caused his death.
Okay,
There's
stop.
nothing definitive.
If he fell, whatever he hit his head on or what he fell on would still be there. And since he has a cut on the nape of his neck, I'm assuming blood is somewhere to be found.
Yeah. Notice the lack of mention of blood. Or there's blood on the edge or something. You know, edge of a table, edge of some kind of masonry, like or edge of a stove, edge of something.
Mm-hmm. All right, play it.
The landlord said that the last time they saw him was Saturday, October 15th. He was waiting on food delivery. October 17th, which was that Monday, the housekeeper, she called him a houseboy, smelled a foul odor coming from the area, but ignored it. October the 19th, which would have been that Wednesday, the stench got so bad that she called the police, and that's where they found Mr. Dixon. He was an aspiring writer.
Okay. He was last seen on October 19th. When did they discover he was dead?
No, He's seen October 15th, where the landlord said he was waiting for a delivery. They found
When did they discover he was dead?
October 19th.
15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19? 4 days? That's it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me back that up a little bit. Let's see. Okay, I don't want to go too far. 2022. Okay, let's try it right away. Nope. Let's go back a little further. Okay. Right about here. Okay.
Saturday, October 15th, he was waiting on food delivery. October 17th, which was that Monday, the housekeeper, she called him a houseboy.
It stopped.
Smelled
15th or 17th?
17 is when they smell, the houseboy mentioned some foul odor in that area.
2 days?
Philippines, hot temperatures.
Oh, okay, yeah, that could accelerate oh, yeah, you're right. That could accelerate decomposing. Okay, go ahead.
a foul odor coming from the area, but ignored it. October the 7th, 19th, which would have been that Wednesday, the stench got so bad that she called the police, and that's where they found Mr. Dixon. He was an aspiring writer. I'm sure a son, brother, uncle.
It stopped.
What little research I could find on him.
Foul odor, probably went to the bathroom on himself when he died, and the decomposing body. The blood could have been dried up.
Yeah, but it still would show that there was obviously a blood stain.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you go back to the regular screen?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was starting on a series of books called Superheroes Academy. He was from Chicago, Illinois. I looked at his Facebook page. But then this story goes into a black hole. I can't find anything else about it. So if there's anybody out there who knows more about this case, please just let us know. We're not trying to meddle. We're not trying to open up a can of worms. But for those of us living here and having friends moving here, I think it's...
What are you talking about? You're not looking at metal, not looking to open up a can. You sound like a punk. Today's black man is a punk. We ain't looking at metal. We ain't looking at... Well, what are you looking to do then?
I think they wanna find something, let them know that it was an accident, and not
You
that
all scared to death. We ain't gonna meddle. We don't want to. Come on, bro. Why y'all scared of everybody? Y'all some spooks.
What?
Today's black man is a spook, man. You scared everybody. Good.
Okay.
It's important that we get some kind of closure, that we know what definitively happened to him. Was he murdered or was it an accident? His name was Deshon Dixon. He was from Chicago, Illinois. He was a writer. He had a Twitter account, Instagram account, Facebook, and even had a couple of videos on YouTube. So please, if anybody has any information, put it in the comments.
First of all, who the hell is he talking to? Dude was found dead in the Wait a minute. Dude was found dead in the Philippines. Is this a YouTube response he's making?
Yes.
Well, okay, who the fuck is he talking to?
He's talking
Please, if you have any information, what?
Okay. My guess he's talking to his fellow passport bros, since they're supposed to be talking to each other. Does
And
anybody
that's if
know
they're even
anything
listening.
about him?
Right, and that's even if they're looking at. 'Cause I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to? You know what I'm saying? So
Probably because the Philippine authority, they ain't looking to do any looking
they
into something.
probably they ain't gonna do nothing, and ain't nothing gonna happen because these spooks ain't gonna rock the boat. Okay,
Mhm.
they ain't gonna rock the boat. That's another thing, y'all. When y'all go and you live in other countries, the law is vastly different, and people behave differently. Okay, they behave differently. They really don't give a damn about the son, whatever his name is.
Yep.
And the cops over there, they want money. Oh, let me introduce you to a whole new world. Cops take bribes in these other countries. They take bribes to do their job.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Yep.
It ain't like over here. They take bribes. So I don't know if they're going to get any information. I don't know what we can do over here. We can't do nothing from over here.
Sounds to me like he's trying to appeal to his passport bros and say,
I don't,
"Hey, we need
what
to.
they
If
going
I
to
know anything about him, you know, the people he hang with. Did he have a
what they
girl?
going to do? They ain't going to say that.
Oh,
They ain't going to say nothing either.
they're probably gonna disown him. Say, oh no, he's not a passport bro. He's just some
He
guy
said he
who.
was a passport bro.
Well, the guy's Sunshine Shoulder says he's a passport bro. I guess
Wait a
Sunshine
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a
Shoulder's
minute.
a passport
Wait
bro.
a minute. Wait a minute.
Mhm.
There's a dude named Sunshine Shoulders.
That's the name of his channel. Sunshine on the Shoulders. I'm assuming he travels to sunny places and stuff like
A
that.
nigger named Sunshine Shoulders.
It's just probably the name of his channel.
A Negro walking around in candy striped pants named Sunshine Shoulders.
That's probably the name of his channel.
I think it's his name.
Well, that's
I'm
the
not putting nothing past these. I'm not putting nothing past these sissy boys today.
what parents gonna name
The nigger. I've never heard that before. The nigger name is Sunshine Shoulders. Now, I've heard a lot of names in my day. I've never heard that one.
Okay, I don't believe that's his name. I think that's just the
You
name of
got
his channel.
candy, peppermint candy striped pants with a pink T-shirt that got on it Sunshine Shoulders.
If his name, if you want to take it that his name is Sunshine Shoulder, that means he's not wearing a shirt. Yeah, take off your shirt. Show me what you're working with. Don't you see?
Ladies and gentlemen, next runner-up is Sunshine Shoulders. Hmm.
Okay.
That's something else.
Yeah.
All right,
So
so I don't know what he expect anybody to do.
you probably expect them one of the passport bros say, "Oh yeah, Deshon, I know him. Yeah, yeah. Um, he he was with such and such chick, or he's
This
dating
is
such and such woman in the Philippines and stuff like that." I guess he expect one of them to say something
first
like
of
that.
all, I don't think these countries got forensics.
Mm.
I don't think so. I know China got forensic. I don't know if the Philippines got forensics. You know, they don't do DNA testing like that, you know. So there's no telling what happened to him. But can't nobody over here do anything. And the government ain't even going to look. First of all, was he military?
I actually don't know.
Okay, well then see if he was military, the military would have been moved on that. They'd have been moved on it. They would have sent the MPs out and everything. They'd have been moved on that. Okay, so he's not military.
No.
And plus the military, the government would have put the squeeze on the Filipino government. Okay. So the fact that he's been sitting there for a couple of days tell me he ain't got no protection. And again, I don't know what you expect us to do. We can't do anything, and neither can the vast war brothers in the Philippines. They can't do nothing either. I mean, they can go up to the council or whoever and say something about it. Can't do nothing. So, you know, hey, this is what you. I don't want to speak ill of the man, but this is what happens when you're in places you don't know anything about. This is what I keep trying to tell you guys. Mr. Jay Brillo.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep y'all from ending up. Right, we're trying to keep y'all. We're trying to keep y'all from ending up like Mr. Deshon. What is his name?
Deshon Dixon.
Sean Dixon.
And that young guy in Chile. A bunch of people in the DR. Yeah, that's why for a long time, I mean, for quite a while, DR was not recommended for Black folks to vacation because so many Black people ended up dead there. Men,
that's
women.
another thing. Yeah.
That couple
that's
that
another thing.
A while back.
Yeah, and that's another thing. They got a reputation of killing Negroes. You still went over there? They got a reputation for killing Black men, and you still went over there? Wow.
Haitians are not safe in the Dominican Republic. Yes, y'all saw, those that watched that video saw a few Haitians in there, but they're not exactly safe there. In fact, the Dominicans wants to get rid of them too.
And my thing is that you risking your life for a couple of seconds of pleasure with a prostitute. Somehow that doesn't work for me. That doesn't add up. It's too big of a price. You are risking life and limb for a few seconds with a prostitute. A few seconds of pleasure with a prostitute. You do better with a blow-up doll. At least the blow-up doll won't rush your pockets after somebody kill you, huh? What'd you say?
We can't afford the blow-up doll. The guy spent $700 in the DR.
He could have put that money. You could have invested that money in a blow-up doll.
And a backup
of high quality. Doll. Well, he could have got one that got more than one hole.
Yeah. If he wanted to go cheap, yeah.
$700, man. You could have got for $700. You could have got the real expensive blow-up doll.
I think she's $1,000.
And you would have been the talk of your block. All the other dudes would have been like, "Hey, man, where'd you get the chick from?" She's not a chick. She's a blow-up doll. Wow, she looked like a chick, dude.
She might not be able to afford her no more. The blow up doll's got a job,
Hmm.
working in a restaurant, just sitting there in a booth.
Hmm.
She don't have to do nothing but sit there and look pretty. She don't have to. She don't have to do no jobs. She don't have to spread her legs.
Yo, one of these guys is gonna graduate to mannequins. You're gonna see some dude, one of these passport bros, gonna say the hell with it. Here is my new date, the white mannequin out of the window of Macy's. They're gonna be practicing interracial dating with mannequins. Hello? So
Huh?
if I went to the look, man, why could you pick the black mannequin? You don't like black female mannequins either?
Oh.
What's that?
Oh. I was looking up blow up dolls to check my info. I thought I saw one for $5 to $7.
What's that?
A blow up doll.
$5 to $7? Shit, that's cheaper than a hooker, right?
Yeah. But I don't think she has any holes from what I can see. Wait a minute.
But she gotta have a hole.
I can't see it.
Gotta be a hole.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I see why. They don't got the right one. They got the children's one. Oh, but there's even a blow up inflatable lamb for those
What is that?
who likes to do the animal stuff.
Wow, that's disgusting. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They got blow up lambs
Yeah.
like
There,
sheep.
yeah.
Wow, you got motherfuckers having sex with blow up sheets, sheeps.
Yeah, there's some woman in Britain that was looking for a shepherd's costume for her son to be in the Christmas play. Well, it came with a blow up sheep. She didn't pay any mind to it, and then um he brought so it was in a box. She sent him to school with the costume, and the school sent it back saying he can't use this costume. They're like, what is it about? And oh yeah, she sent it with the sheep. She just didn't blow it up. And they said that no, we can't use the sheep. And she said, what is it about the sheep? Why wouldn't they use it? And she blew it up just to see because he wanted to keep it as a toy. And then she saw that it had things it shouldn't have. It's like, but she couldn't convince her son because she would have to explain why it's not appropriate. So she figured as long as it stays in the house is okay until he took it to school for show and tell.
So, so the kids are gay.
No, no. She brought a costume for a children's shepherd costume for a Christmas play. They sent her an adult type one with a blow up sheep for use of a sexual nature. But she didn't blow it up. She just sent the child to the school with the costume in the box to see if it fit. And they sent the lamb back saying it's not appropriate. You can't use
Wow.
the lamb. So the little boy said, well, can I keep it as a toy? So she blew it up. It wasn't until she blew it up, inflated it, she realized what type of sheep it was. And she was embarrassed, but she couldn't explain to her son why. And he was wondering, does the sheep supposed to look like that? And she was like, yeah. Yeah. So she said she just told him that he can only have it in his room. He couldn't take it anywhere. Well, he
Well, why
obviously
would you?
listened to her
Well,
because
okay. So,
she
what would you
told
say?
her so. Mhm.
What would you think if you saw somebody walking a blow up sheep down the block? A blow up sheep. Blow
I
up
think.
sheep.
Oh my goodness.
So does it make a sound when they stick it in? Does it go bad?
I don't think it does all that, but because it's a cheap one, you just blow it
You
up.
have got to be kidding me. They got blow up animals for. Wow.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it by itself. Let's see. There's a lot of inflatable. Oh my goodness. A lot of prank toys.
Hmm. Interesting.
This would drive some poor guys crazy if they didn't pay attention. It looks like a sex doll, realistic looking and everything. The only problem is she's only 12 inches high.
Oh.
Imagine you think, ooh, $104 for a sex doll? Oh, that's a good deal. And then you get it. It's like, do I have to assemble it in a box and you pull it out? She's a 12-inch doll. Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I was wondering why they were in there. But some of them are jokes. They're not meant to be used. Oh my goodness, an inflatable zebra. A lot of them is just toys, gag gifts. That's why they're so cheap. They're not meant to be used. They just meant to have a joke and make funny about it. In fact, there's an inflatable body mannequin. hmm So thank goodness it ain't the real thing. I thought it was a little too cheap. That's why it was cheap because they're not meant to be used. They just for jokes, gag gifts. They action figures, toys. All right then. That's enough about the blow up dolls and stuff like that. But you see, the reason why one of the things that's motivating for him to make this video and try to find some answer is he's scared because see, the passport bros live in this delusion of rose-colored glasses and fairy tales and unicorns that fart glitter that going to these other countries, they'll get the perfect woman who's submissive, who don't mind that he don't make much money because his money over there is a lot. Is more than sufficient. That he'll be treated like a king because over there his money makes him a king. So that money is gone. And they ignore the dangers. They got several dangers going to these countries, and they constantly ignore it because they think we're telling these dudes this so they don't go to the other country. If they do their research and they're careful, and other passport bros are honest with them about what the situation is, what the deal is over there, or do their own research instead of parroting each other and stuff like that, and living in that fairy tale, fairy rose color bubble. But there are dangers there. But that's like that in any country. But it's even more so there because y'all deliberately going to countries that's uh, desperate and have desperate people who are doing things for money that they wouldn't do. Or so some of them resort to crime, some of them resort to selling their bodies. Because you want that servitude, you want that desperation, that neediness. Um, yeah, and you want the women there to be submissive because they trained in the tradition. Yeah, they're submissive to the men in their country. You ain't the men in their country. They may be submissive to their husband. They ain't submissive to everybody. And just like every place else, there be users. Some of these women will use you. If you lucky, she just use you for your money. You'll survive. You live on, learn, and okay. But if you're not lucky, you'll be set up and you'll be killed, dismembered, your body parts sold, never just be seen again. And, or things could happen because nobody knows you in the country, so you die and nobody knows. Nobody cares how you died, why you died. None of that. Because hey, you're not a member of their community. You're not part of their country. You're not there. If you Filipino, Taiwanese, what's the other places? Brazilian, Colombian. You're not entities to them. A lot of y'all, there's a small percentage of y'all that's going there for wives. And there's a whole nother category of risk even with that. But a lot of y'all is just there going there for money. I mean, going there for women, for punani. And y'all gonna pay for it. Y'all gonna pay for it one way or the other. Up front, off to the side, you know, with your heart cut out. I don't mean literally, but you know, basically, you know, she marries you, she get her green card, or she gets money from you, or you run out of money.
All right. Then sorry to interrupt, but we have run out of time. The show is coming to a close.
Okay, Ducky.
You can catch me today on Dame the Black Knight sometime next week. We're still trying to figure out what day to really put it on. So right now, we'll have it on Saturdays. Tune in for Ladies Night this Saturday. It will be back. Last Saturday, Dane was too sick to do it, so we didn't do it last Saturday. But we will be jumping live Saturday night with Ladies Night. All right?
All right.
See you guys there. Then you got anything you want to say before we get out?
Okay. Yeah. You passport bros, be careful. Use common sense. Stop being stupid. Stop flashing money. Stop talking about money. Stop showing all your business on the internet. These other countries have internets. If they got cell phones, they can see you too.
No doubt. Let's roll out.
All right.
Peace, power, and unity, everybody. We'll see you next time on Dame and the Black Knight.